Hi, and welcome to The Natural View. I'm Maggie Jocko. I'm the content director of Whole Foods Magazine, and I'm here with Todd Polly of 24 Stories Marketing. Hi, Todd.
Maggie, good to see you in person.
In person. Hi.
Right.
So nice to see you, not on a Zoom, and here we are at Supply Side West.
That's right. That's right.
We are catching up on all the trends. Been walking the show floor. It's day one of the exhibit halls, and there's been a lot to see.
Yeah. Back to normal in the sense there's a lot of excitement, a lot of new products, a lot of people excited to, like you said, walk around and check things out. And as you've done that all day, I know you've come up with five or so things we should be thinking about.
I have, and just as a top note, like you said, people are happy. They're so happy to be here. There's a lot of energy on the show floor. There are a lot of people here. Some people have said it's like just as crowded. Other people have said not as crowded, but such good conversations. So I've had a lot of good conversations today. And one of the big trends that kind of emerged is we know plant-based has been a trend for a long time now.
Sure. Yeah.
But the talk today was really about leveling up plant-based.
Okay.
And kind of, I talked to the folks at Planeteers, and they filled me in on so much. Just a great company. I learned a lot. But they talked about how there was kind of this gold rush in plant-based where the demand was there.
Yeah.
So retailers were just really anxious to fill up their shelves and offer a lot of plant-based products.
Just to say that, they're carrying the category, they're meeting demand.
Exactly.
Okay.
But that now there's a shift where the retailers are driving this shift in saying, we want better quality products, we want better tasting products, we want better texture, we want cleaner label.
Oh, nice.
So there's a lot of innovation going on.
That's great. Because cleaner label is interesting because that's something that sometimes is at odds with taste, and so if they can evolve past that and get to great tasting things that people prefer, but then also a clean label, that's really the name of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And they talked about, with the innovation, bringing some products to the market where not just cheese, like a slice of cheese, plant-based cheese, but having more variety in cheese. They talked about like the feta cheese and having like mozzarella cheese for pizza and just making all that taste better.
Yeah.
Plant-based fish, saying that, that's something where there's an evolution going and increasing the quality and taste of that. They talked about upcycled ingredients.
Oh, nice.
And, retailers kind of wanting to see more of that.
Okay.
And, the sustainability issues and more artisan.
So that's excellent.
Yeah, making plant-based much better.
Just one note on taste is if you look at gluten-free, say, 10 years ago to today, there is a world of difference in taste and texture, both in terms of people not having to sacrifice those two things in order to eat gluten-free. So it seems like it makes sense, and there's no reason it couldn't move that same way as plant-based. That's exciting.
Absolutely, similar trajectories. So that's what we're seeing. And then similar also with sugar. I was talking to the folks over at Cargill, and they were talking about sugar reduction.
Okay.
We know that people want that. We know that sugar's bad for us. We're looking at taking just better care of our overall health. And we know that too much sugar is bad for us.
Right.
So again, looking at the clean label and looking at cutting sugar without losing the texture, and non-GMO is in demand, obviously. So they have some solutions over there for that. We talked about that.
So the alternative sweetener market has been big for a long time, and naturally speaking, you've got stevia and then monk fruit. And is it an evolution in natural ingredients, or what? Or are there brand new things on the horizon that we don't even know about?
Yeah, new things on the horizon, and an evolution in terms of sugar replacements.
Okay.
That take things out, like take the maltodextrin out and give you that same, give you the mouthfeel and flavor without the sugar, and also without some of the things that some sugar replacements or some ingredients out there have maybe been connected with some GI issues, things like that. Sure. So allowing you to have a delicious, flavorful product without the sugar, without other downsides. So they're working on that over there.
Yeah, that's great. So your first two really have to do with, healthy eating, healthier choices without sacrifice, which is ultimately where we want to get.
That's where we want to go. Yeah. People no longer, it used to be like, I want to eat healthier and I just have to, I want to eat something that tastes like cardboard because I want to be healthy. And that's not the case anymore. There's a lot of innovation going on display here on the show floor.
Yeah. And just as far as market space goes, that opens it up to a whole crowd that hasn't, necessarily shopped
Yeah.
in the health food stores,
Right.
right? So
Yeah, definitely.
it can bring people in a wider, wider range. So that's
Yep.
great. All right, what else do you have for us?
So we're going to talk CBD and
Okay.
cannabinoids, phytocannabinoids.
Just like it's 2019.
Just like
We
it's
haven't lost it.
2019. Now, the CBD, it's not everywhere like it was before.
That's right.
So that's really
I
something to
noticed
note.
that. Yeah.
You know, a couple of years back, before we paused for COVID, you were just seeing CBD, you know, everywhere, and that's not the case here.
Yeah, there was like at least at Expo West, I can't remember, Supply Side West, there was a CBD section,
Yes,
right?
the whole pavilion. Or
Yeah, pavilion,
whatever it was
that's
called,
right.
but yes.
Oh, fancy word section. Good job, whoever set that up. But now, yeah, that's not the case. They're more in line, part of the show. What has changed there?
Yeah, so what we're talking about here, and we've kind of seen this trend moving away from focusing on CBD, and we know we're staying on top of the regulatory issues and with the FDA, and, you know, we're still not there with the right oversight, you know, that a lot of people want to see to make sure we have the quality, but also moving away from just CBD. Some of the talk has been on full spectrum, but I talked to Open Book Extracts, and they were talking about the minor cannabinoids and having extracts of the minor cannabinoids that are more targeted to different benefits, and really doing the research and the safety and seeing it all the way through to make sure you're having a quality product. But you know, it sounds like we're going to be hearing more about some of these minor phytocannabinoids that we're not familiar with.
So do they have
specifics like sleep?
Yeah. So are some of those ingredients and products out in the marketplace already, or is this more of an evolving?
Yes, you're seeing this. I was also talking at Expo East with Sakati, and they were talking about the same thing, like CBN for relaxation and sleep. That came up today as well. So yeah, you're going to start to see this both taking the extracts so that you're getting the amount shown in the research to deliver these benefits is kind of the way that Open Book Extract says we're going to see some things moving. And Sakati was talking about pairing CBD with functional ingredients to up the benefits there. So just more combinations, moving away from just CBD itself.
Okay. Oh, that's great. That's interesting. See the research evolving on that front.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else?
So along the lines of functional everything. Somebody said this to me today, like it's functional everything. Basically that, you know, if you're going to eat a cookie, you know, if you're going to eat that cookie anyway, make
Why not get brain boosting nutrients or something like that?
Better cookie.
Yeah.
I was with the folks over at Artemis, and they were talking about that, just how you're seeing more cookies came up, but you're seeing more, you know, you want more bang for your buck out of these. You don't just want to eat junk food. Obviously, it needs to be said that people need to be following a healthy diet and taking the necessary supplements to help round out gaps.
When
you can't
you
just
indulge,
take
you know.
The cookie is not going to make you suddenly healthy. I talked to the folks at Gelita. They were talking about collagen specific peptides for various products. So again, along those lines of like the cannabinoids for specifics, they were talking about collagen that way. And, you know, they have a variety of products that they offer, ingredients that they offer, but you know, how you can take more targeted, you know, collagen peptides to optimize certain benefits. So that's something that we'll be looking for. We know the collagen market is huge, booming, so trending. Consumers are really interested in this, and they don't necessarily, I mean, you know, I think it's just like collagen, but there's so much more to know. So we'll stay on top of that. There's a lot to report on that.
That's
interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have here.
So it's interesting to see, you know, you follow your day, like the life of Maggie, Whole Foods Magazine content director on the floor is busy, you know, you're in demand. So
really
people want to talk and spread their news.
It's been a whirlwind day. It really has, like meeting after meeting after meeting. There's just so much, and I've only covered like a fraction of it. We have tomorrow too, and we'll try to get back to you with what we see on day two. But I think a lot of the trends are going to carry over because also active lifestyle, active nutrition, people who follow us on Naturally Informed, our program, know that we've done a lot on active nutrition. And that's really all over the show floor today too. Some really exciting things. Lanza has some cool ingredients. One is called Tweak 10. And UC2. Tweak 10 is a probiotic condition or a condition-specific probiotic. And it's really looking at increasingly muscle mass and performance. So that's a very cool innovation.
That's a new direction that I know of for probiotics. So
it's very cool. And they have, you know, a range of things. So also for strength and power, recovery, different ingredients. So really focusing on that active lifestyle market. Again, we're continuing to see things move away from sports nutrition and more into active lifestyle.
Yeah, and coming along with that is the traditional definition of what that person looks like and what that active person's into. It's great to see it expanding to all walks of life, right?
Absolutely.
And I think ingredients like that that are targeted to specific needs can only help grow that sort of wider outlook of what that means to be into active nutrition.
Yeah, and a lot of innovation to try to help people like meet them where they are. You know, if you're more into the beverages and powders, different deliveries, like Nutrition 21 has Velocitol, and that helps with protein synthesis. So they were telling me about how it's hard, you know, to get the protein you need in some of these products, like a drink. But this ingredient helps with the protein synthesis so that you need less protein, so that your body is utilizing it better and can basically help you work out, you know, longer, better. So we like that. And Todd just ran a marathon, so he knows what it is to work out for a long time. So congratulations.
Thanks. I'm still in my donut eating recovery phase.
Excellent.
My reward. I'm just kidding.
You need a functional donut.
Yeah, exactly.
Who makes functional donuts?
I don't know. I'm going to find out on the show floor tomorrow.
Absolutely. So yeah, and folks interested in active nutrition out there in the industry, we do have our Fit for Natural group. So come join us on Facebook. And
that's right. Because I think as a lot of us finished up big goals this fall, starting with inspiration of, you know, beginning Fit for Natural. And so now I think it's the perfect time to reconvene and think about what those next goals are. So a lot of this ingredient information is really helpful when you start to plan about, you know, is it an endurance goal? Is it a strength goal or meditation, mental health goal? You know, what are some of the things you could add to your routine to help out in that?
To support you.
Absolutely. We're all in this industry, so why not take advantage of the knowledge that we hear about every day?
Help you can get, absolutely.
Yes. Didn't help my marathon time, but you know,
but
that's
okay.
okay.
But your marathon was like hot and miserable, right? Hey, you finished it. Kudos to you. Science and education, we're going to talk to Brian Womack from CRN, and he's going to talk a little bit about some science that they have going on. But I think a keynote, just when you're walking around Supply Side West, is seeing all these branded ingredients and the effort that they put into the science and just educating the consumers and throughout the supply chain. I talked to Artemis, and they were talking about just some really great initiatives that they have to help educate, elderberry being such a boom right now, problems with adulteration. So just information for the industry in general on responsible sourcing to help ensure quality, because we don't want people taking these products and they don't do anything. And then they're like, you know, elderberry doesn't work or natural products don't work. Can't have that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm excited to have Brian switch spots with me here for that segment and hear a little bit about, I thought the branded ingredients information that's coming out is especially important, because with our industry, you know, it's all about education, obviously, doing your research, and, you know, those companies who do that and invest millions of dollars to come up with ingredients that are proven to clinically, you know, or through clinical trials proven to be helpful and beneficial, there should be a trust reward for that.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy to see that it's moving in that direction.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Anything we can do to boost science and you know, backing ingredients that invest in that, I'm all for it.
Definitely. That's what we need to see more of. I just right before I came here, I was talking to Unigen, and they were talking about, you know, what a slow process it is when you really do it right, and just the years of and money that they've put into the science. They have a new product, Mazinol, coming out with a clinical study on sleep, increasing deep sleep. I need that. So I like that.
Great. Yeah.
And of course, you're just wrapping it up, immune, obviously.
You know, and this all ties together in terms of, you know, we've learned a lot this past couple of years about immune health, and, you know, all of this ties into it. I mean, sleep for one, I think we all have learned that, you know, gone are the days of, you know, walking around and bragging, you know, I only need 4 hours of sleep, and you know, then I get up and, you know, you need healthy sleep. It's such a vital part, and a lot of the things that you talked about today, you know, can fall into that immune health category, but also overall wellness. I think people are starting to shape up and know, like, it's about your whole body and being well.
The holistic wellness and how that's playing into your immune health, and how you just have to take the whole system seriously. So we love seeing that. And
That's right.
That's a nutshell on day one. So we'll have to meet again for day two, but
Yeah.
there's so much to see. And I know I covered such a small amount, but we'll have continued coverage in WholeFoodsMagazine.com. We'll be reporting on some of the education that's out there, more trends we see. So
Yeah.
we'll be back with
So
it.
stay tuned to keep up with all of that.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks. It was great to see you in person.
I know, so cool. Yay!
We'll see everyone next time.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.